Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to draft this beautiful stylish wrap blouse. As you can see on the screen, it's looking so beautiful. It's a stylish wrap blouse. So if this sounds like what I'm interested to learn, why don't you stick to the end of this video and don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so that when I post a new video you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. How you guys doing? So let's get into the drafting process. The first thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and rule the starting line. So you make sure you rule out your starting line. And I'm going to measure out the blouse length. So the blouse length is going to be 24 inches. So you can make yours 25. The next thing I'm going to do is to place my shoulder measurement divided by 2 on this point. So mine is 7.5. Then I'm going to mark 8 inches. This is going to be for the sleeve length. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I'm going to divide my bust measurement by 6. Then I'm going to add extra inches allowance to that. So I added 1.5 inches stitching allowance to mine. Okay, my armhole length is 7.5 plus extra stitching allowance, making 9 inches. So I'm going to mark 9 inches on this part, and I'm going to rule the straight line. And also at the shoulder area, I'm going to rule out my shoulder slope. Okay, on this 9 inches part, I'm going to extend this line inward like this. Okay, then after doing that, I'm going to get my half length. So go ahead and place your half length on this part like this. My half length is 16.5. I'm going to place it here, and I'm also going to place it on this other part to get like a straight line. Okay, then after getting this, I'm going to connect the points together like so. So after connecting it, the next thing I'm going to do is to get the quarter of my waist measurement, which is my waist measurement divided by 4. Mine is 8. Then I'm going to add extra 1 inch for ease. Okay, coming to this bust area, if you want it to be fitted a bit, what you are going to do is to divide your bust measurement by 4 and add any amount of ease you want for this blouse. Okay, so you can add up to 3 inches for ease. Then connect it to the waist area. I'm going to be connecting from the sleeve opening to the waist line like so. You can see, so I'm just going to connect it to this waist line like this. Then after doing that, coming to the hip area, which is the blouse length, I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 4, and I'm going to add 1 inch for ease like this. Okay, then go ahead and connect the points together like this from the waist to the hip area. Coming to the neck area, I'm going to mark 3 inches for my neck width. So this is the back pattern we are drafting out. Then I'm going to mark 1 inch for the neck depth of the back. Then after doing that, coming to the side at the bottom part like so, I'm going to go up by 1 inch to take away this sharp point. Okay, then I'm going to connect with a curve like so. So after doing this, go ahead and cut this out. So guys, just watch me the way I'm cutting it out, okay, so that you'll be able to follow up when doing yours. So guys, we are done cutting it out, and this is the back pattern. Then I'm going to get a fresh paper, which we are going to use for the front pattern. So towards this side, I'm going to leave about 3 inches space for the wrap effect. Okay, so I left 3 inches space. Then I'm going to place the back piece like this. You can see the back pattern. Go ahead and place it like this. So when cutting out the front, I will advise you to fold your paper into 2. Your paper should be on fold, okay, when cutting out the front, because we have an asymmetric shape at the bottom part. We will be needing our paper to be folded into two. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to connect like this from the neck width all the way to the waistline. Just watch what I'm doing. Just going to connect like this with a slant line. So after connecting, this is what we are having. Then you go ahead and cut out the side of the pattern. Okay, so the front and the back patterns are actually the same at the side. The only difference is just the neckline, okay, which is going to have the effect. Hope you understand. So after doing that, go ahead and take out the back pattern. And when I take it out, this is what we have. Then I'm going to reconnect this line like so. So after reconnecting it, I'm going to measure what I have for the neckline. So what I have here is 8.5 inches, okay? It's not actually deep, so it's still okay because it's a V neckline. I have 8.5 inches. Then go ahead and cut out these parts. So you can see what I'm doing. Just watch carefully. So after doing that, this is what we are having for the front piece. Then I'm going to place another paper underneath like this for the asymmetry shape, okay? Looking at the picture, you can see that we have an asymmetry shape at the bottom part. So I'm going to just hold this with my sellotape like this, okay? After doing that, I'm going to come down by 4 inches. So you can come down by 5 inches depending how long you want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to come down by 4 inches like so. Then after coming down, I'm going to mark the point and also connect it to the side like this. So you can connect it with a slant curve or you can make it straight. So for me, I want mine to be straight. After connecting, I will go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it out, this is what we are having, guys. I'm going to hold this part with my sellotape, okay, because it's already coming out. This is what we are having now. You can see. So go ahead now and open up the paper. You should have 2 pieces for the front, okay? So this is what I'm having. So I have 2 pieces for the front. I'm going to number them 1 and 2. At the bottom part, you can discover that one of the front piece is shorter than the other one, okay? So just pick any of the front piece you want. You can pick number 1, you can pick number 2 to make it shorter. So for me, I'm going to pick number 2 and I'm going to cut out this asymmetry shape we have at the bottom part of number 2, just like this, you can see. So after cutting it out, I'm going to just join it together like so, and you can see this is how it's going to overlap. So I'm going to place number 1 on number 2 like this, overlap it like this, okay? So make sure the neckline of number 1 and 2 align properly, and also at the waist area and every other part, make sure they align properly, okay? So after doing that, this is what we're having. This part is where the brooch button is going to be, okay? So you're going to place the brooch button at that part. This is the back pattern. You can see the back pattern is going to be on fold. That means you are cutting the back pattern on fold. It's not going to be separated. So this is what we are having. You go ahead and add your stitching allowance, and it's also going to have a belt. Go ahead and cut out a long belt, which is going to help for the snatching effect at the waist area. Cut out 2 of the belts, so you're going to place it towards the side. I hope this tutorial was helpful, guys. Don't forget to add your stitching allowance, okay? So you don't need much stitching allowance for this dress. At the side, you can add about 1 inch stitching allowance or ½ inch. Then at the upper part, add ½ inch to stitch up the shoulder area. At the bottom part also, you can add ½ inch. So your dress is ready. You can use lining or you can just stitch it up like that, okay? So after doing that, guys, this is what we are having for the pattern. Thank you for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you in my next video. Bye.